In this video, we're going to talk about how to divide your circle into equal parts. As I discussed in my previous video, using your color wheel and the tracing paper is the easiest way to make a circle. So to review that very quickly, take the dark side of your tracing paper, put it facing down on top of a paper, take your color wheel. What you want to do is you want to trace the outside of the circle very slowly. Then I only want you to make marks around the edge. Do not trace all the way across, just on the edge where the pies go. Then you want to make a mark in the center. After that, you want to take your ruler that came in the kit and you want to connect those marks to create the lines that go across. The reason why you don't want to trace all the way across is because the carbon paper, this is not erasable. So you don't want to trace these lines with the carbon paper because then you won't be able to erase them later. Okay, so now the circle has 12 equal parts. I'm going to show you how to do something similar with a circle that you traced at home. So let's say that you found a plate or an object that is circular and you traced it. And now you need to divide this into equal parts. If you're going to be using this technique, trace your circle. I used a plate for mine. So whatever object you use, trace it. Then what you want to do is, sorry, my camera's out of focus. What you want to do now is take your circle and fold it in half. Make sure you go through the center. Then you want to fold it in half again. And line up your edges. This is really important because you want to have accurate edges. Take the flat edge of an object to help you create sharp creases. Then you want to fold your object one more time. Fold your circle one more time. Make sure that your edges are lining up and flatten it out. When you open your circle, you now have 8 equal pieces. Take your ruler and outline each of those pieces going through the center of your circle. And if you make a mistake, remember to erase. It's better to erase than to have a circle that is not evenly separated. For this assignment, you are going to need your circle to have at least 12 equal pieces or 16 depending on your circle. If you are making a circle from an object that you found, the easiest way to divide it is into 8 equal pieces first. And now I'm going to show you how to divide it into 16 equal pieces. What you want to do is find the center between these two edges. And if you have a ruler handy, that's the easiest way to do it. Oftentimes the centimeters side of your ruler will give you a more accurate measurement than the inches side. So for this particular pie, it is 6 centimeters from one edge to the other. So I know that if I make a mark at the 3, that's going to be my center. So I am going to do that for 4 pies only. I don't need to do this with every pie. You just need to do it for 4. And I will show you why in a moment. So find the center of your pie. Now, if you don't have a ruler, you can try to estimate where the center is by looking. So if I don't have a ruler, I can try to estimate where the center is. Most of the time you're going to be correct, so don't stress out about it. Okay, now that I have marked the centers of my 4 pies on top, I'm going to take a straight edge or a ruler and I'm going to go from that mark through the center to the other side. And I'm going to do that again from the mark through the center to the other edge. And if something doesn't look right, remember that's what erasers are for. Remember to go through the center always, because that's what makes your marks accurate. And now you should have a circle that has been divided into 16 equal parts. If you created a circle using the color wheel, you also need to divide yours into equal parts. We're going to use the same technique. So to divide this pie, this circle, into smaller pieces, you are going to measure using the centimeter side from one edge of the pie to the other. And if you use the color wheel, you will notice that it is 4 centimeters, which means that you need to make a mark at 2 centimeters. So you only need to do this to 6 pies. You don't need to do this all around, only 6 pies. So you're doing this to only half of the wheel. Okay, now that you have marked your half pies, you're going to do the same thing that we did earlier. So you are going to go from one edge through the center to the other side. And take your time, try to be as accurate as you can be. If something doesn't look right, then use your eraser to clean it up. If you use the color wheel as your circle, you're going to end up with 24 equal pies in your circle. If you used an object at home, you are going to end up with 16 equal pieces. And for this assignment, it doesn't really matter how many of these small pieces you end with. Okay,